February 1st, it goes down. That's all I can say, right? That clip that you just seen in the beginning of this video, that was David Benavidez and David Morrell. And that was supposed to be a media workout day in Miami. Now, they've had one before out in California. So, how we got to the point where David Benavidez pushed David Morrell, he said in the after this interview, I seen another one where he said that he walked up to him and, you know, was trying to be respectful. And dude, you see, he didn't. You guys didn't see that, but he didn't want to shake his hand. And then the next thing you know, that's when they start going back and forth, touching each other's belt. You know, from what I could see, it seemed like he was saying, like, yeah, man, that don't. You know, David Benavidez was saying, hey, man, you know, whatever that belt is, I'm gonna take that belt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then David Morrell looked at his belt, which is the WBC interim light heavyweight belt, and he looked at that belt and was like, hey man, yeah, I'm gonna take that up off you. It looks nice, but I want that belt. And you know, this is the type of energy we want to see from these two fighters, right? That's the energy we like to see. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be honest, I really haven't checked David Morrell out. I haven't seen any of his fights. I've seen highlights, and from what I can tell, slick boxer with a lot of power. He has that Cuban pedigree, and we know the Cubans, man, they can box, man. They're known for being slick boxers, right? They're known for that, man. And this kid right here, he's 11-0 with 9 knockouts, so that lets you know that he has some power, right? You know what I mean? He's coming. They're saying that he's a live prospect, and all I know is when you see David, the monster, Benavidez, he's a monster, bro. That's exactly what he is, man. Mike Tyson gave him that name for a reason. And he lives up to it, man. He's must-see TV. I'm telling you, I've seen him walk people. If y'all seen Caleb Plant, man, Caleb went in there and did the best job. I think that was one of the best fights Caleb ever fought. But he could not keep the monster off of him. He could not keep that dude off of him. All he was doing, Caleb, to be honest, was fighting to survive. It was a win for him because he didn't get knocked out, and that was the only win he was gonna get. But like I said, February 1st, I cannot wait to see this fight. This youngster David Morrell had an amateur career of 135-2, 135 wins and 2 losses. That is crazy right there. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if the monster is out of character when he went up there and he pushed this guy. Was he out of character, or was he just letting him know, yeah, keep that same energy? You know what I mean? Because, you know, I don't know if he's out of character, or I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It'd be hard for me to go against the monster. David Benavidez is a beast. He's been calling out Canelo for the last 2-3 years. He can't get that fight, right? So he's not letting his career be stagnant. He's moving on. He moved up from the super middleweight, where he's held the belt twice. Was suspended for 4 months, I think, in 2019 for a cocaine a result that he in his blood. You know what I mean? They did a testing and he had cocaine in the system. So I believe that that David Morrell might have brought that up. And when he brought that up, I think this is what happened. This is what happened when he brought that up.
We're calling you, we're calling Luis de Cubas, and you guys said, oh, next week. Okay, no, fuck that. You want to talk about that?
Okay, guys.
I had to call PBC and tell them if we didn't take the VADA test, that we're going to cancel the whole fucking fight. Because you guys didn't want to fucking test. Now we're drug testing.
We wanted to fight you for the last fucking 3 years. What are you talking about?
Guys, this is it. We need to finish this. We need to finish this media workout right now.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. That's
it, guys. Thank you so much for being here today.
We're calling Luis de Cubas, and you guys said, oh, next week.
Yeah, whatever he said about them drugs, man, I think that got up under his skin just a little bit, right? And I just want to say shout out to the mariachi band in the beginning of the clip. They was going at it. You know what I mean? Pushing belts and stuff. I mean, throwing belts at each other, pushing each other, and the mariachi band still played on, right? Shout out to the mariachi band, for real. But like I said before, who you got? We got David Morrell, 11-0. with 9 knockouts, right? With an amateur career of 135 and 2 losses, right? And you know we got the WBC interim light heavyweight champion of the world, right? 2-time super middleweight champion, right? The monster. If you're a boxer, y'all already know. I ain't even got to tell you what's going down. But like I said, man, it's hard for me to go against the monster, man. But shouts out to both these guys, man. They've been Morrell's been calling him out. David accepted. Sometimes be careful what you ask for, right? David said he might have bit off a little bit more than he can chew. But we're going to find out on February 1st. I cannot wait for this fight. Leave me a comment in my comment section. Let me know who you got, right? It's on February 1st. Rowdy Nation TV. Click that like button. Hit the notification bell. So anytime I drop a video, you guys can be notified. Subscribe to the channel.